Hello and welcome back to my channel, the best place to be to discover exactly how your thoughts and your emotions are affecting your whole health. Hi, I'm Andrea Coulter, and this week I'm actually going to veer off from more state-based remedies and suggestions and mental emotional support to actually addressing what's going on right now in the world as we speak, which is this huge fear about a coronavirus pandemic. Now, I get it. Viruses can be scary, and yes, viruses can kill people if your immune system is weak, if it's depleted, if you're suffering from anything chronic, if you have huge immune issues like autoimmunity, like myself. You want to make sure that obviously you don't get one of these viruses. And especially with the fear of the coronavirus, I wanted to make sure that I do a video to help you, discover some incredible ways that you can prevent getting this virus, along with any viruses. So, some statistics to get started. Now, the coronavirus has been around forever, just like every virus, every bacteria, every fungus. They're all in the world for a reason. And they all have a biological purpose to help us as humans to evolve and grow. However, yes, they can be very scary. And the fact that the coronavirus has been ramped up beyond all belief is insane. There are literally in Canada only a few cases, like a handful of cases, and most of them are all already quarantined. You have to be in direct contact with somebody to get the virus, just like you do with the flu. And the interesting thing is that actually the influenza virus kills far more people yearly than the coronavirus has even touched on and probably will only touch on. It's like the coronavirus is a blip, as one of the doctors says, in our life right now. We should actually be more concerned about the flu because statistically it shows that 80,000 people died last year from the influenza virus in the United States. That's massive. In fact, it was the biggest year since 1918. However, the most statistics range between 12,000 to 35 to 50,000 people actually do die every year from flu. Now remember, the flu statistics are clumped together with pneumonia. So was it the flu that killed them? Probably not. 1 out of every 3 deaths is the flu, whereas the other 2/3 are actually pneumonia. Yes, they may have started with the flu and then it morphed to pneumonia. So, yep, we should be very concerned about viruses. Absolutely. So hang tight. This week I'm going to share with you my top foods, nutraceuticals, what herbs are best, as well as other remedies to help you not only prevent this virus, the coronavirus, but all viruses. So if you struggle with your immune system on a good day, like I do, if you have autoimmunity, if you have other chronic illnesses or diseases that are putting your body at risk, then you want to learn how to prevent not just the coronavirus, but all viruses. In fact, all bacteria and viruses. Because pneumonia, which is actually the bigger killer, can be both bacterial or viral. So I'm going to share with you my best tips. So let's follow along and I'll go through them in an order that I actually prefer to start using them. So when I start to feel like I'm coming down with something, then I have a particular order of things I use. If I'm simply trying to just boost my immune system and keep it up, which I do in the winter months, because let's face it, viruses and bacteria are far more prolific in the winter months. It's actually when we have these up and down, weather patterns. And in Canada, our weather pattern has been crazy this year. In fact, it's January and it feels like March. So if you're in an area where you have a lot of, cold, damp, wet weather, and then warm periods and then cold periods, this is where viruses and bacteria and fungus actually really thrive. We always need, and it's a bit of a farmer's and an old-fashioned myth, but that we need a really good cold snap to kill everything off. That's actually true. The unfortunate thing is our cold snaps this year and last year have been so small that they have and insignificant that we haven't been able to truly kill off these viruses and bacteria. So let's go through my list right now. So my number one top, first and foremost, is through the winter months, increasing vitamin D with K3. Absolutely, bar none. It has been proven to 9 times out of 10 prevent influenza far and over above any vaccine. It's a scientific fact. Look it up. I'll share a link below. Also, probiotics. I know that they've been poo-pooed a lot in the last few years because we went through a whole phase, 10 years ago, probiotics. So everybody ramped up their good probiotics, but you can kind of overdo probiotics. I don't do probiotics every day. I don't do them through the summer months. I eat a lot of fermented foods and I eat very clean and very healthy. And I don't do any antibiotics. So the odds are I have a good natural gut flora to begin with. However, when I feel like I'm kind of struggling with something, I will always add a probiotic as a way to add in that good, healthy, friendly bacteria, because a healthy, strong gut is going to fight any invaders that come in. So that's number 2. Number 3 is increase your antioxidants. So things like vitamin C, E, and A, you can increase those. And C and A in particular are simply bowel tolerance. You cannot overdo them. Now, I'm not saying go out and take 100,000 milligrams of them. Absolutely not. And everybody's body is different. So the key with vitamin C and A is to start increasing them in small increments every single day. So add another 1,000 milligrams and give yourself a day or two to ride that out and see how your body feels. You'll know when you've hit your threshold because you're going to have loose stools. When you hit your threshold, drop it back down a little bit and then maintain that for a while. Again, I don't recommend doing these supplements every day forever for the rest of your life, but it's a great way to get through a good month or two of the worst part of the winter when we're going to be fearful that we might pick something up when we go out and about. Also, with your diet, making sure that you're eating healthy, that you're getting lots of vegetables, and if they have to be cooked because you can't assimilate raw vegetables. And in the winter, I prefer cooked, lightly steamed vegetables anyway, but lots of greens, broccolis and kales and cauliflower, and lots of colored vegetables. The darker the color they are, the more nutrient dense they are. So lots of vegetables, lots of high fibrous, watery food, lots of lemon water, lots of herbal teas that are healthy, and I'll get into herbs in a minute. But garlic and onion, if you can handle them. If you can't, you have an autoimmune issue and you might want to look at that. Also, making sure you avoid things that are going to stress out your immune system food-wise, such as sugar, processed carbohydrates, alcohol. A lot of dairy is a bad one. So it's one thing that we often forget. If you do dairy, to definitely try to avoid it if you're feeling like you're a little bit congested, because dairy makes you more congested. Over-processed dairy is always a congestant. So definitely dairy, sugar, wheat, all of those should go by the side while you're trying to build up your immune system. And then looking at virus-specific things that I often recommend people start utilizing if you're worried about the virus, which right now we all are, is adding extra things like olive leaf extract. Andrographis is an herb that has been well known to help fight viruses. Clove extract is actually super strong at getting rid of viruses, along with zinc. So adding a zinc supplement to the A, C, and E that you're already now going to add is another great way. These are all things that can help strengthen your immunity and boost up your well-being so that you actually have an incredible guard against any virus that could come at you. And then besides locking yourself in your house and never coming outside until all of this is over. It's a good prevention, but maybe not so practical. The other last tip I'm going to give you today is please stop panicking. Did you know that the state of mind that triggers viruses to attack you is the state of fear and panic? Interesting how every year when they try to ramp up the flu vaccine that we get all of these crazy ads that make us feel fearful and panicked. Probably part of the reason why we are getting fed this fear and panic pandemic information is to ramp up your fear. The problem with that is your fear and your panic shut down your immune system. Stress shuts down your immune system. So number one top tip is please stop panicking. Do your due diligence. Take care of your own health to the best of your ability. Find those things that absolutely help you on a day-to-day basis to keep your immune system up and stable and eliminate stress, which I'll go into some great stress tips in another video. And next week, I'm going to talk about resilience. So stick around, ring the bell, subscribe, make sure you don't miss any more of these incredible, informative information videos. Thank you for being here. And remember, share with me below any time you struggle with a virus. What have you used? What are the tools that you find most effective to boost your immune system? I'd like to know, because sharing is caring and it's how we help each other out in this world. So for the rest of this week, remember, be authentic, be empowered, and own it completely, and stay virus free. Bye.